Well, I guess this is gonna be a not so boring vlog. So we're gonna check out and see what's happening over there. So usually I always start off these videos, and they're usually really slow and boring. That's why I call them boring vlogs. Today we have a pretty interesting day. We're gonna be going out to the bullpen and filming a recap video for the St. Patty's Day thing that they got going on over there. But before we go there, we're gonna check this out. See what's happening here. Might be a robbery. Huge police presence. All right, let's get out of here. Massive. Okay, so let's get back on track here. Sorry if it's a little windy, but I hope you guys care. So today, as I was saying, our next gig is gonna be at the St. Patty's Day bullpen over here in Navy Yard. So today we're gonna be taking the live because I live in DC, so close to everything. It's probably like a 1-2 minute bike ride. So let's get it. One cool thing about living in the city or Southwest DC is that everything is really, really close to us. We are I think we're like 10 minutes away from the Capitol, walking distance. Well, walking distance would probably be like 15-20 minutes. White House, probably same thing, 15-20 minutes. Navy Yard, walking distance is probably like 10 minutes. And of course the wharf, which is only like a 4-minute walk, 5-minute walk. I've actually timed it. It's almost exactly 4. So definitely an interesting start to our vlog. Let's talk about what we're gonna be doing today during this shoot. So it's St. Patty's Day. Every year I have this gig, and it's every year it's at the bullpen, but they also include multiple bars in the area. So like it's like the whole downtown area participates in this giant bar crawl, and that's what it is. It's Bar Crawl by Mad City. What I do is film content, take photos, give them the videos so that way they could use for future ads that they're gonna, marketing, etc., etc. We're gonna film this, and then we're gonna submit it, get it to our editors, get it to our team. We're gonna knock it out, and move on to the next gig. Let's get it. This one might be a little more fun. You'll be able to see a shit ton more action than me in the medical rooms. So I'm looking forward to that, sharing that. All right, let's get it. Demolished this hotel. It's crazy. They tore this down in like a month. I think it was called the Lion Hotel. And here we are in Navy Yard. Got the U.S. Capitol in the background. All right, we made it. It's a Navy Yard, as you can tell. So I'm technically a transplant. I was in here 5 or 6 years ago, but everybody says that this place was not just legs. All right, we're almost here. This is the bullpen. All right, I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown before we head up in here because it's gonna get really loud. So today I'm using A7S3, 16 to 35 millimeter G Master, 24 to 105 millimeter, 55 millimeter, and my Ronin RS4. I left my monopod at home because I hate carrying it. It's a little heavy sometimes, especially when you're trying to bounce between different venues. It's a lot. So that is a gear list. Also got all my backpacks and my satchels with me. And I'm gonna get a drink before we get started. So let's get to the stage. Let's unpack our gear, and then let's get it on. All right, we made it out of the bullpen. It is like 8:30 at night. I got to see my homie Coda set. Shout out to Coda. That was a cool set, big crowd. Shot of the bullpen. Ended up using my 24 to 105 the entire time, mainly because F4 is nice, especially when there's sun outside and the sunset. Woo! Almost got hit by a car. Yeah, F4 was more than enough to get the job done. And we ended up walking to all of the venues. I ended up using the monopod mainly because, I needed to get some wide sweeping shots because the whole venue was just like extremely packed. So having that monopod was extremely helpful, especially when you want to get those wide angles. No complications, 30 frames for indoors because it was just like way too dark and some of these venues, and the F4 lens is not good at dark. I left my 16 to 35 millimeter lens in the house, and I did that on accident. I did not do that on purpose. So we are gonna end up using F4 footage for the entire video. Pretty confident. There's a lot of light outside. It's not winter anymore, kinda. So we'll see how it looks. And if you enjoyed this video, or if you want to learn anything else, I guess, about being a videographer or taking gigs like this, just hit me up in the comments. I'm more than happy to talk to you about it. Have a good night, guys.